multifaceted. One who balances self-ambition, autonomy, and diverse social roles in a way that suits her and does not necessarily conform to societal norms. That is how I'll define today's woman. And ladies and gentlemen, am I excited to come your way with another exciting season of Today's Woman. As your new host, my name is Berla Mundi, and in fact, with those adjectives that I listed earlier, those are the kind of women I will be introducing to you every week, not only from our beautiful country, Ghana, but from the rest of the African continent and even the rest of the world. We're global, baby. Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you are. And well, of course, I'm excited to come your way with a new season of Today's Woman. My name is Berla Mundi, and I am your new host. A lot of things are changing. We have crispier conversations, we have more exciting personalities, and we have people who help you transform your lives even by watching them just from your homes or your offices. And that's exactly what to expect on this season of Today's Woman. You're welcome to Today's Woman. And let's dive right into the woman-to-woman segments. Now, this segment on the new season of Today's Woman would focus on messages that speak to me, to my life, my career, and I believe could help you as well. It could be based on my experiences or experiences of other women. And in fact, I have a message for you. This is something I came across on social media and I thought to share. So it says, every successful woman can usually name another woman who opened her door, offered an opportunity, or simply reminded her she was capable on a day she felt forgotten. And that is one of the greatest gifts a woman can give another. It is making her feel like she belongs in rooms where she's learning to believe she belongs herself. And this message basically talks about the right alignment. Now, in your space, you need to find the women who have walked your journey, who have experienced some of the high moments and the low moments that you currently may be experiencing or might experience in the near future. Because when that time comes where you feel insufficient, you feel you've lost out on whatever it is that you're working on before, you probably took a break or probably just took a nosedive, that is where that woman you're aligned with comes in, because she helps you to believe in yourself all over again and helps you to realize that you may have taken a break, but that doesn't mean you've lost what you're made of, your self-worth and your skills and capabilities. And this is a personal experience I had because I was off work for such a long time. I came back feeling I didn't quite belong anymore. But the truth is, I had a woman who pushed me into my first gig once I came back from that long break. And even though I was scared, I still took that role and I nailed it. And that was when I felt reminded, or I felt great about the fact that I still had not lost that spark. And so as a woman, I hope that you find that right woman to align with. And if you're already that woman that has walked that journey, I think it's time for you to also find younger women that you can inspire and always remind them that taking a break does not mean the end of the world. It is just the beginning of a whole new world altogether. And that's my message for you on Woman to Woman on today's segment. We'll be back where I introduce you to my winning woman. Don't go anywhere.
What if we put magic in the air?
Feel the magic in the air.
Jimo is a distinguished business leader and visionary shaping Africa's digital transformation. She is the founder and CEO of Brainwave Africa Tech, a leading IBM and Microsoft partner headquartered in Accra, Ghana, delivering solutions in AI, cybersecurity, and data analytics to accelerate innovation and growth across the continent. Her career spans finance and technology. She began in banking with UBS Investment Bank and ABN AMRO in the UK before returning to Ghana to serve as head of consumer banking at GT Bank and head of prestige banking at UBA. In 2011, she transitioned into technology, embarking on a decade-long career at IBM. Angela became the first woman and first African appointed as regional head and CEO for IBM North, East, and West Africa, overseeing operations in 35 countries. She also served as IBM's first female country general manager in Africa and later joined Microsoft as digital transformation lead for Africa, guiding governments and enterprises on their digital journeys. Beyond corporate leadership, Angela currently serves on the boards of the National Information Technology Agency (NITA) and Unilever Ghana, and has previously served on the boards of the Bank of Ghana, Allianz Ghana, Bayport Financial Services, and the Global Legal Entity Identifier Foundation (GLEF) in Zurich. Her impact extends beyond business. Angela is deeply committed to philanthropy, having adopted City Village in Ghana, where she has provided clean drinking water and solar lighting, with plans to establish a school for the community. She is also a passionate advocate for women's empowerment, mentoring young women in leadership and technology. An alumni of Harvard Business School, Angela is a member of the Forbes Technology Council and the UK's Institute of Directors, recognized by Forbes Africa as one of the top 50 most influential women in Africa. She is also a dedicated mother of 2 boys, an avid golfer, and a Formula One enthusiast.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to introduce my winning woman to you. And there she comes, Angela Jimo. She's the founder and CEO of Brainwave Africa Tech. Hello. Good to finally see you on set. We've been planning this for how many years?
For how long? Over 10 years now.
I know.
How are you doing?
I'm good. You look fabulous.
You look fabulous yourself.
As always, I must say, I think that one of the things I absolutely love about you, and I always say, I read her closet sometimes, is her fashion sense. This is nice.
I learned from you.
Thank you very much.
But how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I think you're supposed to be interviewing me, not me interviewing you.
I'm even surprised you're not asking me how I'm doing. I'm supposed to be the one making you feel comfortable. But you're welcome to today's woman.
Thank you so much.
How are you
Thank
feeling?
you for having me. How am I feeling?
Yeah.
I don't like TV.
You don't, huh?
No, I don't. That's why I've been avoiding you guys, but I couldn't avoid you anymore.
I know.
So anyway, I'm here.
Grateful.
And I'm looking forward to a really good conversation with you.
I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of which, I know you have a very busy schedule. So for me to be able to drag you out of Brainwave at this point to join us here, how's Brainwave doing?
So Brainwave is doing very well. We're 1 year old.
Oh,
and
happy anniversary.
Yes, and it's just been amazing.
Yeah.
When I look back, I just see the hand of God in everything. And I'm glad I listened to the calling, and we are making impact. We're changing lives. We're changing households. We're helping businesses. We're helping make social impact as well. So I'm really excited about what is ahead of us at Brainwave.
Happy anniversary, by the way. But there's something you said. You're glad you listened to the calling. So starting Brainwave was more of a calling for you?
It was. It was. I would say I had reached a stage in my life, in my career, where I knew I had to do something different. And I wasn't sure what. And I prayed. I cried unto God, and I was like, what's next for me? And then in the middle of all that crying and looking up to God for direction, I had a brainwave that it's time to start your own business. You've been working towards this, so it's time to do that. So I woke up from my sleep, and I decided to call the company Brainwave. I started jotting down what I need to do, and I started thinking, so what should I call the company? And I'm like, well, you had a brainwave, so call it Brainwave. So that's how we ended up with Brainwave. So yes, it was a calling.
were you nervous about starting? Because for someone like you who held such a big portfolio, I mean, you were with Microsoft. You were the strategic partner for Africa, in fact, the manager of that. So for you to leave that behind and say, I don't want to be an employee anymore, I want to now become an employer, tell me about the risk that was involved in doing this and whether it was an easy decision or not.
No, it wasn't. Because, you know, comfort breeds repetition and courage builds legacies. And I was thinking, if I really want to build a legacy, I had to be courageous.
Yeah.
So it was a really tough decision, getting out of my comfort zone, which had become very repetitive, and to start something completely new. Yeah. I think one of my interviews, I did say that it's not everyone who is born an entrepreneur. So when I started my entrepreneurship journey, one of my mentees sent me the clip and said, do you still stand by it? And I had to take a step back and think through it because, you know, when I was working for IBM and Microsoft, ABN AMRO, UBS Investment Bank, I've always treated everywhere that I work like my own. So I was actually being an entrepreneur without knowing I was actually an entrepreneur. I've always treated businesses like this is my own. When I show up at work, I show up like this is my company. What would I do if it was my own? That has always been my mentality. And I think that has also helped me to really stand out everywhere that I've worked. So starting Brainwave was actually not that difficult. It was like a continuation of what I've been doing. Yeah. And I look back and my heart is full of gratitude. Yeah. It's been an amazing story.
I can imagine. You know, a lot of people get worried about starting their own journey, starting their own business, because you're not sure the kind of people to hire and whether they would even, like you said, you treated every role and position like it was your own, like you're an entrepreneur without knowing it. That's the challenge that a lot of entrepreneurs have, because they have people who are not as dedicated. How did you manage to ensure that you had a crisp team that were also dedicated to the core to your dream?
So entrepreneurship is waking up every morning and choosing faith over fear, right? You'd be very scared about many things, and you'd be very unsure about many things. And I think you have to listen to your intuition. Yeah. And you have to believe that you have what it takes to carry you through. Yeah. You have to know that you'll make mistakes, but you have what it takes to get yourself out of those mistakes. And those mistakes will make you stronger. So going out to, I think one of the biggest challenges I've faced as an entrepreneur is finding the right talent. But God has been good. I have some really fantastic people working for me. We've gone through the phases, different phases where some people came in, they didn't fit. And one of the toughest decisions as an entrepreneur is always also to take those strong, tough decisions and say, you know what, this is not working. Yeah. As much as you may like the person as a person, you have to separate your emotions from whether it's actually good for the business. And those are some of the tough decisions that you have to make as an entrepreneur. Yeah. And I had to make them. And I did it afraid. I did it afraid, but I kept going. Yeah. And 1 year on, we've celebrated our first anniversary. We reported profit for the first year.
Congratulations.
Which is great for a new company. So I think we are on the right track. Absolutely. We are making the tough decisions, and we are trusting in God to take us through all of this.
Hallelujah. But one person that you're also trusting in is your son.
I know.
Who holds a role in your new company.
Isn't that amazing? I have my son. So my son Caleb, he studied, they called them legal technologists. So he did tech and law. Okay. And he was working for Linklaters in the UK, which is one of the Blue Circle or whatever they call them, law firms. Yeah. And at some point I looked at him and I was like, you know what, we're building a legacy here. And I can't do this by myself. I think one of the mistakes I think our parents made was they carried the businesses through to the very end, and at the very tail end, when they couldn't walk or talk again, they brought us into the business. I wanted to do it differently. I wanted him to be part of the growth. He has to come and pay his dues. People have to respect him before he gets wherever, if it's God's will, he gets to. So Caleb is with us. He's head of innovations, business development, innovations. And he's doing well. He loves it in Ghana.
Okay.
And I can just see Brainwave going from strength to strength. All my employees, most of them are Gen Zs.
Oh, wow.
So it's...
And you are not a millennial.
No. Far from it. You have a nickname
What generation?
for me. No, I'm not telling you my generation. No, we're not
here.
mentioning it here.
Okay.
No, but so it's actually interesting managing Gen Zs. It's a completely different mindset, different environment. You have to create an environment. The environment has to enable them to thrive, to think. They're so different.
Yeah.
These guys can walk out of a meeting and tell you, I don't agree with what you're doing and what you're saying. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching them.
They've done it to you before?
No, they weren't there. Oh. But I've seen it done to other people. No, but I have a great team, young team, but very vibrant, very intelligent, very strong. One of them is here with me, my marketing associate, who I took on. She came to do her national service with us, and then we took her on as a permanent employee. Fantastic. Alberta is so great. So yeah.
Well, better. Okay, but was it easy convincing Caleb, or did he feel like it was going to be the most difficult decision to make, leaving his life behind in the UK, which is where he grew up, literally? And she has 2 fantastic boys, by the way. I'm sure we'll get to that. But leaving all that behind and coming to Ghana to help his mom build her business?
It wasn't, because I think the younger generation have actually embraced the thoughts that Africa is the place to be. And, you know, this year of return, they come every Christmas. So I think they've been easing themselves into the environment by coming every Christmas and looking around and seeing how other young people are doing well. And they all believe that Africa is the place to be if you really want to make it big. So I think with that mindset, it wasn't that difficult. It was just a salary thing, you know, when you're earning so much in the UK and you have to give up everything. So I had to convince him that, you know, you have to look at different aspects and stuff like that. But I think he's really happy being here, and I'm very proud of him and what he's doing.
Now, Brainwave is focused heavily on technology.
Yes.
I mean, reading your bio, I know that you didn't start your career off in technology.
Not at all.
But you've built such a phenomenal career in global technology, not even just local, global.
Right.
Because you've been everywhere.
Right.
You work with some of the biggest multinationals we can think of. How did your career even start, first of all, and how did you transition from the business financial background into technology?
Let me tell you something. I think in life, what will actually set you apart is your ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Okay, let's do this again.
Unlearn and relearn.
And relearn.
So constantly reinventing yourself. Like you said, I studied marketing and French. I did leadership training, and I've done lots of courses in financial institution certifications and all of that. So I started my career in banking. Worked for UBS Investment Bank, ABN AMRO in the UK, came back to Ghana. I worked for UBA, head of prestige banking, then went to GT Bank, head of consumer banking. And then I got this call to that IBM was in Ghana and they were looking for someone to head their marketing for West Africa. And my client, who was working for GE at that time, called me and said, I think you're perfect for the role. And it was when I got into technology and I realized how technology is such an enabler for economic growth and social impact. All my life I've been looking at how do we make change, how do we effect change. And now working in an environment where I have what it takes to actually enable economic growth, social impact, I was like, this is home. And I made sure that I did all the courses. One thing I loved about IBM is the fact that when you come in, even if you don't have any technical background, it's like a university of its own. You have to study every night. There are courses, there are programs that will actually help you to understand what you're doing. So it has been an interesting journey like that because I was able to take my time and learn as I was working, and that has changed everything. But what I like about technology is not just technology for technology's sake. It's the impact technology can have on people, on businesses. That is what drives me, and that is why I think I've stayed very long in the tech industry. I love what I do because I see the results with businesses, with people, so it keeps me going. And I think that is what has actually helped me to actually grow in this in this industry.
I'm sure there were some very difficult moments
Totally.
during your transition.
Totally.
And even at the points when you thought you had fully transitioned, I'm sure you faced some challenges as well. Tell me a bit about those.
So I think one of the biggest challenges was really battling with my mind. My mind always telling me that you don't deserve the seat. You didn't even study technology. What are you doing here? And it was that still small voice that was always encouraging me that you can do it.
Yeah.
But the noise was very loud in my head. You know, like, you don't deserve this. What are you doing? And I had to fight that. That was my biggest battle, believe it or not.
Okay.
And once I was able to silence that thought and tell myself that I will do it afraid,
Yeah.
I'll do it because I'm here because I deserve to be here, it helped me to prepare a lot because I knew I was coming from a place where I didn't have a clue. You know, this technology is not my background. So before I go and speak to a client, I will spend nights, days reading.
Okay.
There was one time someone visited me. I was lying on the floor in my living room with books around me and trying to, you know, put my thoughts together on how I was going to pitch this particular product to a customer. And he looked at me and he said, you know, people don't see the work that you put in. We just see the outcome.
Yeah.
Keep going. God is with you. And it was such a defining moment that, look, everything that I'm doing is actually paying off. So it helped me to actually also focus to learn more, tell myself, yes, you don't know, but you can learn it. You went to some really good schools, you have a very good background, and why not? Why not you? So accepting that I belong and I have a seat at the table and the seat is mine, that was one of the turning points.
Yeah.
And that actually helped me to really focus and say, you can do this. And I did it. Look, we have the youngest continent. I keep saying that our biggest natural resource is not what is beneath our soil.
Yeah.
It's actually our people, the young people, the talent. That is our biggest natural resource at the moment because we have the youngest continent. How are we turning all of these young people, doing something with them, giving them the digital skills that they need to make a better life for themselves? Those are the things that keep me up at night. Then the call came from Microsoft that they were setting up the Africa Transformation Office, and they wanted me to join. And the Africa Transformation Office was focusing on skilling, helping SMEs, building the right infrastructure, and that was just what I prayed for. So I didn't even think twice, and I moved to Microsoft, and I didn't regret it.
There's something you've said, maybe 2-3 times, that every time you had to make a move or every time you had to make a bold decision, you prayed about it. So prayer is key.
Oh, definitely.
It's not just about the talent or the skill that you have.
Definitely. I am lucky, and I think everyone who's listened to my interviews will know the big part that God plays in my life. And I'm not just even making it up. Someone said to me, usually when you have corporate interviews, people don't talk about God. And I'm like, how can I talk about my story without talking about God? And God has been a big part of the story. And sometimes I even feel like I'm not deserving, but he shows up.
Yeah.
And I come from, my mom did a fantastic job with us where I saw her at a very early age praying. And I remember she would put me on one side of her and my sister on one side, and we'll have to kneel in front of the altar every morning and pray. And I realized that every time she prayed, something good happened. So my mom was the headmistress of St. Monica Secondary School, and she was the first Black headmistress. And it was very challenging for St. Monica's Secondary School in Mampo Ashanti. And it was very challenging for her, but I saw her. I saw how she did it. I saw how fierce she was. I saw how loving she could be. And I know how the students loved her because she could be strict at the same time and very loving at the same time. So I was lucky to have a good mentor. And I keep saying you can never be what you don't see, right? And that's why for me, mentorship is also very important, that we should put ourselves out there for the younger people to help them, nurture them, and use our lives as an example to help them grow. So yes, God has been a big part of the story. And he continues to be a big part of the story.
Absolutely. And may he continue to open bigger doors. I mean, we're looking forward to many things happening. But would you say then that a bigger chunk of why you were also successful or have been successful in the tech industry is because of how you saw your mom, maybe not from the tech background, but your mom manage also an industry that was pretty new to you as well?
It's the discipline.
Yeah.
I think the discipline is very important.
Yeah.
And once you have discipline, it actually sets you apart. I think one thing we lack is discipline in life. And once we are able to nurture discipline, it actually helps in many ways. Like, for instance, you tell yourself, I'll wake up every morning. It's the consistency. Discipline brings consistency, and the consistency will bring the results, right? So I think for me, the discipline, the consistency, and also hard work, all of that, the fear of God, that all
discipline,
has come.
consistency, hard work.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Your word is your bond.
Absolutely.
And people should, in the industry that we work in, everything is about your reputation. And I love it when I go somewhere and people say, if Angela is working on this deal, then I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
And I've heard many people say that, and that gladdens my heart, because if I tell you I'm going to do something, come rain or shine, and if I'm not able to do it, I'll come to you even before you come to me and explain to you why I cannot do it. And I make sure my word is my bond.
Exactly.
That is key in the business that we are in.
I mean, over the years, we've noticed how, for a lot of people, fear has sort of creeped in because we're too scared of what technology could actually do. Yes, it has its benefits, but there's also the fear of people losing their jobs and their livelihoods because of the introduction of AI, etc. For you, especially in Africa, should people be worried about that?
Not at all. Not at all. Bella, what is AI? AI, look at AI as your super, super smart digital assistant that learns from data, studies patterns, and helps you to do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
How can that replace you? Of course, some jobs are going to go away. Very repetitive work that AI can do. But it helps you to actually pivot to learning something more. So it's going to make us better as humans. So when I hear people talk about AI is going to take away some jobs, yes, it's going to take out some jobs, but it's also going to help you to learn new skills. And it's going to help you to do a better job. What we should be worried about is that you don't learn about AI and technology, and someone else learns about it, and that person can replace you. That's what we should be worried about.
Being replaced by other
people
and
who
not
understand
machines.
technology and understand AI and know how to use it better than you. Those are the people that are going to replace you. It's not the machines that are going to replace you.
I see.
So
Where are we on the continent, the African continent, when it comes to how ready and adaptable we are to technology and AI?
So we are very adaptable, but that is not my concern. Let me tell you what keeps me up at night. What keeps me up at night is the fact that on the continent, we are big consumers of AI, but we are not building AI. And the way the world is going, the people that are actually building the algorithms that push AI, those are the people that are going to make all the difference. So if you don't become a builder of AI, if you're not training young kids, I don't think we are being fair to the young generation. So that is why at Brainwave, we start teaching kids from the ages of 8 to 15 on AI. We have this AI classes that we run, Explorers. It's called the AI Explorers Club that we run every weekend, every Saturday. Why am I doing that? Because I believe that we have to introduce the kids at a very early stage in their lives. So if you look at China, for instance, from the ages of 6, they start teaching kids digital literacy, coding, from the age of 6. In Africa, on average, we don't start till very late. So what happens? We now become very good consumers of technology, but not builders of technology. So I am very passionate about changing the narrative, helping us build AI, helping us be at the table when they are building these algorithms. Because the people that are building the algorithms, those are the people that are going to own the future. And Africa is well positioned to make sure that with our young population, we have everything, and the kids are smart. African children are very, very smart. I mean, some of the kids that we have coming in on weekends, I sit there and I'm like, what a waste. Why are we not nurturing them at a very early age? So the problem is not how we are adapting technology. I think we're doing fantastic there. The problem is how we're helping to build technology. And that is my challenge, and that's what keeps me up.
In doing so as well, and as a woman who is in a male-dominated field, is there a deliberate attempt by a company with the AI Explorers Club, for example, to have more girls study STEM? And why is that important?
It's very important because we have to be deliberate. We have to be intentional about it. So we've partnered with some NGOs that bring in the children. That we are lucky to have some corporates, like we've had Margins Group, we had Chatterhouse, we've had Haptel. A few big companies sponsor some of the kids to learn AI. And what we do is we also partner with NGOs on the other side who go out and look for especially young girls that show some interest in STEM. And we bring them together and we teach them. And some of the stories, I mean, some of the testimonials that we've had, brilliant. So we are very intentional about that. Very intentional about bringing young girls, especially because we believe that the girls also have a lot to offer when it comes to technology.
I see. As a leader, what are some of the 3 things, or what are the 3 things that you think makes you exceptional?
Empathy.
Empathy?
I lead with a lot of empathy. Adaptability.
Okay.
I adapt. I mean, if you look at my career, I pack my bags and I'm off to Kenya. I'm off to Morocco. I'm off to the US. I'm off to South Africa. I've lived everywhere. I've lived in the north, south, east, and west of Africa. And sometimes people look at me and I like, how do you do it? And it's the spirit of adaptability. Everywhere that you put me, I will thrive. So empathy, adaptability, and I've talked about integrity.
Of course.
You cannot lead without integrity. And I think that sometimes I feel like that's what we really lack. And when I start mentoring people, I look at your consistency. I look at how committed you are to building yourself. And if I feel like you're not ready, I find a nice way to tell you I don't think you're ready.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky. I've had some really good mentees like yourself. And
but she still puts it to me anyway, anyhow, when I get around.
No, I'm learning. I'm learning to be softer.
No, but it's helped.
I'm learning to be softer.
It has helped. And thank you.
I think old age is making
me.
Wow,
okay. That's our own way of calling each other, by the way. We'll take a quick break. When we get back, we have some exciting games to play with Angela and a few more questions, and we'll be out of here.
Movies.
You prefer movies?
I actually, yeah, movies now. Yeah.
What movie are you watching at the moment?
So I'm watching the Yellowstone.
Oh,
It's a series.
Yeah, the TV show. Okay.
The TV show.
Yes.
It's amazing. You should watch it.
You love it?
Yeah. Very nice.
Okay. Well, that's a cue for you if you haven't watched it as well. Music while working or complete silence?
Music also.
Really? Okay. I see. That's interesting.
Gospel music.
Gospel music
Yeah.
in particular?
Yeah.
What's your favorite gospel song?
What's
Do you have
my
one?
favorite? I have a few,
Okay.
but I think Behold He Comes, right in,
Alrighty, behold he comes.
there's no one like Jehovah.
I was hoping you sing along so we can tell if you have a singing voice or not.
No, I'm not trying.
Did you ever join the choir when you
No,
were?
I didn't. No,
Okay.
no.
I see. I was going to ask another question, but I'll leave that there. But just before we wrap up, I also want to find out from you, I mean, if you had the opportunity to influence policy in this country, what would it be?
Definitely about changing the curriculum and making sure that we introduce digital literacy at a much earlier stage in our curriculum.
Okay.
I talked about what China is doing
Yes.
versus what we are doing on the continent. I think we should start nurturing the young ones, introducing them to digital literacy at a much, much earlier age, like 6 years in China. That's what they are doing. And on average in Africa, it's after you are about 10 years old. That should change because that only prepares us to be consumers of technology and not builders of technology. And for us to own the future, we need to be innovative on the continent. And technology is an enabler of innovation.
You work with a lot of Gen Zs, like you mentioned, and I'm sure as you move along, there'll be the younger generation who would also offer their services to you. If they should ever talk about you in the next 50 years, what legacy would you want them to know you for?
I want them to know me for being that lady who kept the door wide open for everybody to succeed. That woman who created an enabling environment for them to thrive. Because as leaders, we don't have all the answers. But our role as leaders is to create an enabling environment for these Gen Zs to be themselves, to think out of the box, and to be exceptional at what they do. And that's what I want to be known for.
Absolutely. It's been an exciting conversation. I think we need a part 2 of this. What do you say?
Totally.
Would you make time?
We'll come back. We'll come back and talk more about life.
Definitely. And speaking of which, final question before we go. If you had to advise any young woman on marriage based on your previous experiences, because I know you're a divorcee with 2 incredible boys, what advice would you give to that young woman?
Pray well. Pray. Pray like your life depends on it. I think the only thing I didn't do well when I was married was I didn't pray.
Okay.
I thought everything was very, there's definitely a spiritual world. And I don't think in the spiritual world, marriage is something that is really acceptable. And I think that everything works against marriage. And I think marriage is such a beautiful thing. And if you're blessed with a good partner, you have to go down on your knees and pray like your life depends on it, because that's the only thing that can save your marriage.
Yeah.
And also being humble as a woman.
Yes.
Allowing your man to lead. But I know sometimes it's tough when the man that is leading, you don't trust that man. And that is why we have to be careful when we are picking our partners.
Yeah.
We shouldn't pick partners that we think have potential. We should pick partners that we see the potential. You don't have to think. You see the potential. And you work with them on building a legacy for your family. Marriage is a beautiful thing. I'm happy to see a lot of people getting married, that when you have problems, don't run to your friends.
Okay.
Go down on your knees, cry unto God. There's nothing he cannot do for you. And communicate.
Okay.
Communicate. When communication breaks, a lot of things break in marriages. So you have to be humble, you have to pray, and you have to communicate. And I think having a strong partner by yourself, you are unconquerable.
Absolutely. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
joining us on the show.
Thank you for having
me. And I know
me.
you're on Accra, so we're going to wrap up with From Gambaga to Accra. Which one do you want, Great City?
I
Which
beg
one?
you. Don't do that to me.
We shouldn't do that, right?
Wesley girls.
Well, we've been speaking to Angela Jimo. She is the CEO of Brainwave Africa. Technology Limited, and of course, she's working with a lot of Gen Zs as well, so I'm sure along the line we'll be hearing how she's managed these Gen Zs or not. But it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and wish you the very best.
And thank you. You're doing such an amazing job. Keep going. Yeah?
Go me, go
God
me, go
bless.
me. This is
Thank
today's
you.
woman. We'll be right back. And you're welcome back. It's time now for the Trendy Woman segment, and this is where we look at all the trends in the fashion world, lifestyle, etc. And I have a very special guest who's very creative. If you can see the table right in front of me, you'll see that we have some accessories, from hairbands to brooches to earrings, all made from African print, even to a travel pillow and some bags as well. And the woman behind this trend is Inshira's Collections, and she's here with us. Hello, Inshi.
Hi, Bella.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank
I'm allowed
you.
to call you Inshi, right? I'm sure people call you Inshi as well.
Yeah, they
Okay,
do.
tell me a bit about Inshira Collections and when did this start?
Okay, so it started somewhere in 2015. Okay, so I just had a dream that I was taking off a bead I bought from Osu, which was actually real. I actually got it from Osu.
Wow.
So after taking them off in the dream, I woke up and then I told my brother, and then he said, whatever I want to do, I can do it, so I should just try. So I took that same bead off and I tried fixing it again, and I was
Oh.
able to do it.
Was it beaded necklace?
Yeah, it was a beaded necklace
Okay.
I bought from
Osu.
Osu, yeah.
And you had a dream that you were taking it off and
Yeah, and putting them back,
back on.
again. Yeah.
And for you, that was the light bulb moment because you knew that this was
Yeah.
divine orchestration
Yes, it is.
for you to start your business. So you almost started immediately? Or it took a while?
It took a while.
Okay.
Because I had to try my hands on a few things before.
Before starting official. So it's not
Starting,
as if you had any experience or training?
No, I haven't had any experience. I haven't had any training.
No training as well?
No.
Did you naturally like these accessories as a young woman or?
It was just the hair clips that I liked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see some here, right?
Yes.
Which ones are the hair clips? Oh, like this one.
Yes, please.
But I've noticed something significant with your designs. They are all in African print.
Yes.
Tell me why that is.
Because I love African print, so every time I see people wear African print, I want to try and make something with the fabric.
Okay.
Yes, so that's why I try doing it myself.
And I see you're wearing African print as well, so you are supposed to be like the brand. Even your earrings, and you made that all with your
Yeah,
shirt.
yes, I did.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
I see. So tell me some of the things you do. Are these all the things you do, or you can create anything out of print?
For now, not anything, just the tote bags, the travel neck pillows, the earrings, the brooches, and then the hair accessories.
I see.
Yes.
How have people responded? For example, this is more like what a wash bag.
Yes, it's
Ooh.
unisex.
It's unisex as
Yeah.
well. And it's high quality.
Yeah,
I like it.
thank
How
you.
long will it take to do something like this?
2 hours.
2 hours to finish this?
Yeah.
Sew and everything?
Yeah.
So you do the sewing
Starting,
yourself?
Cutting, yeah, everything.
Oh, that's
Stitching,
quick.
Yes.
That means you can create a lot more pieces in 24 hours if you are dedicated. I mean, if you have an order.
Yes, I
But
will.
tell
I'll
me
be
how
able to
people
do it.
have responded to some of your items, because I have, this is like a carry-on
Yes,
bag.
yeah.
For those of you who like to travel, looking all African, hoping to inspire other diasporans, maybe this could go for you as well. But how did people respond to your first set of designs, and what did you make first of all?
Okay, so first I made a necklace with fabric. That was a plain fabric, not African print. I
Okay.
made it with woodin. So it was a friend who was traveling. So she asked that if I can do something for her, and then I did it. When she came back, she said, no, Inshira, I think you would have to do more for me. So the first batch I actually did for her was 50 pieces. But even
Just like that?
Yeah. Even before then, so this is a secret. I did 50 pieces of beaded necklace, and I shared it to my mom's friends. Okay, majority of them are pastors' wives. So what I
Okay.
did was I'll just go to them and gift them, and then I'll ask for their blessings in my business, and that's how far.
So from getting a dream to now getting the blessings of women of God
Yes.
to start that business, and here you are today. You need to do something for me to see. I mean, these are your working tools,
Yes,
right? What are we
yeah.
going to make today?
A leaf earring
Leaf earring.
Yeah.
Okay.
with just fabric.
Let's get to work. And while we do so, this is, by the way, a travel pillow. So, you know, if you want to match your outfit, maybe you have like an all-white outfit when you're traveling, or a black outfit or blue, you can get this, get your travel bag, and just feel very cool and trendy at the airport or wherever it is that you're traveling to. I absolutely love this. And it's very quality, very well sewn as well. But tell me, so what are you making?
Okay.
A leafy earring?
Yeah, leafy earring.
Where do you start from?
Okay, so I have this fabric already stitched.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them, fold it together, and then I'll just pleat it by turning it back
other
and
way.
forth. Yes.
Do you need same for this as well?
Yes.
Would you want me to help you?
Yes, sure.
Let me try my hands. This will probably be the first time I'm even trying something like this. So, fold in,
Yes. And then-
fold out.
Yes, and then so you pleat it till you get to the end.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll leave the sewing to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's supposed to create an illusion of what? A leaf?
Yes.
Okay. Ah. How long does it usually take to get something like this done? 5
Probably
minutes?
like 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay. Well, I'm holding on to my leaf, waiting for Ishi to finish sewing hairs. And then we'll see how this eventually transforms into an earring that looks like a leaf. And this is the Trendy Woman segment, by the way.
So we'll attach a little bead. The reason why we're attaching the bead is to be able to hold the hook for the ear.
Oh, okay. So you put it through the needle.
Yes, I'll put it through the
How many beads are we using?
Just one.
Oh, just one is enough? Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay. You want to stitch one more? Sorry. It's broken?
Yes, but
Oh, so you need another needle? Oh, it's fine. Okay.
okay.
Do you have another needle?
No, I don't need one. Let's see if I can manage it.
So what next are we putting on?
So we have to fix the hook.
Oh, that's the hook.
Yeah.
And these are things you can readily get on the market?
Yes, you can. You can really
Oh, so
get
this
them
is
on
like the
market.
hook for the earring.
Yes.
I see. Oh, I think I have an idea where you're going with this.
Yeah.
We have our earring. You should see this. It's pretty. For those of you who really love your African print, you're definitely going to rock this with your outfit when you're going somewhere. And listen, print is in vogue, it's in fashion now. Beyond the fact that we wear African print fabrics every Friday to work, now we also have the Fugu Wednesday. And so you can even make some of these things. Do you do Fugu as well? Or you haven't introduced that
No,
yet?
I
But
haven't
maybe
introduced
eventually,
that.
I'm sure Ishira Collections is going to get into that. So that when you rock your Fugu on Wednesdays, you can also get something leafy or maybe a different kind of shape to wear your outfit with. Wait, we're bringing fire into this?
Yes, we have.
Why?
To just sew the thread.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Ah. Oh, I get what you're doing. This is nice. Cool. And that's your leaf.
Yes, that's a leaf.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a design that has been created under 5 minutes. Okay.
I should have used
The needle to
yeah,
pass
stitch
through.
the end.
Unfortunately, her needle is broken, so we are struggling. But I mean, I still get the whole idea, the concept of this. So this is what it would look like, and this is a leaf, basically.
Yeah.
And she did this, in fact, less than what? 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is what Ishi does, and you're on social media. So do you get people ordering, and do they come with specific orders, or do you get to have creative, control over what you do?
It's 50-50.
Okay. 50-50 as well.
Yeah.
Where can we find you online? These are very beautiful pieces.
Okay, so with TikTok, it's Handmade Accessories by Inshira. And then with Instagram, it's also Handmade Accessories by Inshira.
Now,
Yeah.
you also make necklaces.
Yes.
Let's bring that on the table and take a look at it. This is nice. And that's also a different inspiration altogether. Ooh, these are lovely.
So the story behind this was 2016. A friend of mine gave me one of this, which was given to her as a gift. And she wanted me to do same for her, but I couldn't do it. And then she looked straight into my eyes and then she was like, you can do it, just try it. So I couldn't sleep the whole night. So when I woke up, I tried doing it on my dad's dining table and I could do it at the end of the day.
And this is what birthed this.
Yeah.
I see. So do you tend to sketch your designs before, or do you just go by, your mind's mental picture?
We sketch.
You sketch?
My husband and I sketch.
So you do this business with your husband?
He supports me.
I see. How important is it to have a supportive partner in a business like this?
It is. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very good because sometimes, I remember I got an order from Ivory Coast and I didn't have any, my mom and my siblings were not around to help me at that moment, so I got to do the work with him. And we slept, I think, about 2 a.m. or something. Yeah,
Just trying to meet.
Yes, just trying to meet the deadline.
I see. How do we contact you, Inshi? Beyond social media, do you have any contact numbers you want to put out this?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my number is 055-023-6690.
055-023-6690. Insurance Collections. Check her out on social media and make sure you purchase something really nice for yourself. I really like this. I mean, we have the hair bands as well. So I'm sure you do like the bonnet and all that. Do you do that too? Oh, you do. So basically everything that a woman needs for her fashion trend, why not? On this note, we're heading out of the studio and we're going to take a look at the woman on the move. But that will be after this break. Thank you so much, Inshira, for joining us. We'll be right back.
Today's woman is ambitious. Today's woman is goal-driven. Today's woman strives for better each time. Today's woman has the community at heart. Hi, my name is Ohema Adabanka, founder for Pulse for Humanity. Our foundation focuses on restoring hope in underserved communities. We have about 6 different initiatives so far. We started in 2024. We have the Hope Haven for Orphans, and with that initiative, it is our goal to provide them with shelter, food, so they feel secured and at home. We also have the Lepers Drive, which is also to equip lepers with vocational skills so that they can be entrepreneurs and do something for themselves instead of always soliciting for funds from the outside. We also have initiatives that focus on education, Harmony Flow for menstrual hygiene, and the medical initiative for outreaches in rural areas. With the Lepers Drive, it was at the Wager Leprosarium, and we did donate some food items and also started the initiatives to help them with vocational skills. We recently embarked on an outreach to the Blissful Orphanage Home. We donated sanitary pads, books, stationery, and some food items. It's to help them, to make them feel safe, loved, and secured. Would be funding. I'm doing everything out of pocket right now, so sometimes it's a little tight. There are things that you ideally want to do, but then because you do not have enough funds for it, you are not able to maximize whatever plans you have, and also communication gaps with the organizations that we try to assist. Is the feeling of being loved, that knowing that there's hope somewhere it's fulfilling seeing the smiles that you put on the faces of people and how they genuinely love what you are doing for them. It's beautiful. It's just amazing. Oh, not at all. We focus on every gender. Yes, it's for the community, and the community involves both men and women, or both male and female. So our outreach is meant for everyone. I started this when I was 26. I'm currently 28. The future for Pulse for Humanity is eventually to have orphanages, to provide secure shelter, and also set up pad banks in most of the high schools in rural areas or underserved communities, so that they can have, constant supply of sanitary pads. Also education, giving scholarships to kids in underserved communities who are very brilliant. We also have the medical outreach for to ideally get a van and do mobile clinics in rural areas. Yes. At a point in my life, I lived in an underserved community, and that, I would say, was not the best, because in underserved communities, you are looked down upon, first of all, and you do not have the opportunities that other people have. And that comes in the way of so many things. You see bright people, people that can do so well for the country and for everyone, but then the circumstances that do not allow them to fulfill their dreams. And so that drove me, because if I was able to get out of that space, then anyone else can.
You're welcome back, and this is the all-new Today's Woman on TV3. And if you haven't heard, we have a new host. My name is Bella Mundi, and I hope you enjoyed the first, or at least today's edition of Today's Woman. In fact, we have a lot more up our sleeves, and like I keep saying, this is not going to be just a studio conversation. We're taking it beyond the studio. We're hitting the streets. We're talking to women who matter in different industries, from technology to education to fashion, etc. And these are women that you and I look up to, women who inspire us one way or the other. And so when we get back next week, trust me, we're going to bring you another very exciting, inspirational episode. But until then, a big thank you to all my guests for joining us on today's edition, especially to Angela Jimo, who came on as our winning woman for the week. A lot of nuggets have been shared, and I hope that your life has been transformed one way or the other. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. A big thank you to all our sponsors and to all our guests as well who joined us on the show. We'll see you. Good night.